Hi there, this video will take you through step 6, creating a references page using APA format for your music and society research paper. Let's go ahead and begin. First off, you're looking for the step 6 document. It looks something like this, and you're going to want to scroll down to the portion where you're going to be doing some filling in. The first thing I need to do is go back and gather my source URLs from my rough draft documents. I'm going to open up Google Drive, and I'm going to open up steps 2, 3, and 4 of my research paper. I shouldn't need step 5. If you followed the organizer that I utilized, you wouldn't have any additional sources in that final paragraph, so you wouldn't need it open. I'm going to open step 2. I'm going to open step 3. And I'm going to open step 4. And what I need to do is, starting at step 2, I'll open the document, scroll down, and locate the URLs that I utilized for my resources. It looks like in this first paragraph here that I only used one resource. So I will take the URL, I will Command C to copy, move it over into my document where it says paste URLs here and paste. I'm going to go to my step 3 document. I'm going to scroll down. Looks like I used 2 different resources here. I'm going to copy and paste each of those URLs into my document, adding to the list. And finally, I'm going to look at my step 4 paragraph, scroll down. Looks like I used 2 sources here. Make sure that I copy and paste both of them into my document. Command C. Command V, and 1 more to go. Command C, Command V. All right, now that I've done that, I can actually start using Google Docs to format my reference page entries. And here's how you do it. You're going to go to Tools, scroll down to Citations, click on it. Since this paper is utilizing APA reference style, instead of MLA, I'll select APA from the drop-down menu. Now I'm ready to start adding some resources. I'm going to click Add Citation Source. In my case, all of my articles came from websites, so my source type will be website that is accessed by website. Then I'm going to search with a URL. And this program is going to pull the necessary information out of the article. So I'm going to take my first URL, copy it, paste it into the box, and hit search. So in a perfect world, Google's algorithm is going to pick everything exactly perfectly out of that article. But the reality is it's looking for keywords, and reading through, I need to go to the original source and cross-reference it against these search results. So I'm going to go ahead and open that original source, and I'm going to check the title. Love the Way You Lie, Facts About Eminem and Rihanna's 2010 collaboration song. I'm going to confirm that that's the title it pulled. And it looks like it is. I'm going to confirm that the website is actually called The Things. It is. Next, I'm going to confirm the date of publication, May 25th, 2020. And that's also correct. Finally, let's make sure that this is the correct name for the author, Rafley Galling, and that is also correct. So in this case, it did a great job of pulling information. All that I have to do is hit the Continue button and add citation source. Don't hit Insert References just yet. That will be your final step. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you a source that maybe doesn't go so smoothly. To add additional sources, I'm going to click Add Citation Source. Once again, it's a website, accessed by a website, and I'm going to search using a URL. Now I know, because I've done this before, that this site doesn't come out quite as tidily as the last one, and I'll show you what to do if that happens. I'm going to go ahead and copy that URL into the box and search. Now this time, look what happened. It's giving me this funny little emoji instead of the title. Well, I know looking at that is not the title of that article. Similarly, I know I didn't get this off of YouTube, and I don't know if there was a contributor or not, but the fact that it's missing means I really need to look at things again. So I know that I'm going to need to do a little bit of editing on my own. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, but I know I have to fix some things. I'm going to go to the source. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to get in there. So first off, let's find the title of the article. It's Love the Way You Lie, More Part of the Problem or the Solution. I'm going to go back, and instead of this funny little emoji, I'm going to type that title. Okay, now that I've fixed that, I know that the website title isn't YouTube. I'm going back to the article, and the title of this website is Feministing. Okay, and finally, let's check that this is the correct year. I want to say that this actually was right. Yeah, like when you scroll down to the bottom, it ends up showing you the correct date. Okay, the final thing is, this is something that wouldn't have occurred many years ago, but given my topic about how Love the Way You Lie has a negative impact upon adolescents, the fact that I'm using an op-ed piece by a 13-year-old girl, or a young girl from 13 years ago, is going to be appropriate. However, like a lot of underage bloggers, parents probably don't want her using her full name. We only know her first name. In this case, that site's going to be reliable because I care what an adolescent thinks, because I'm writing an article about the impact on adolescents. So in this case, she kind of would be an expert on this topic. But I only know her first name. So what I have to do is, if they said there was no author, but there actually was an author, I'm going to go up to where it says contributor. And since I only know her first name, that's fine. I don't have a last name, I'll leave it blank. And now I've actually filled in everything I need. I'm going to add citation source. Okay, let's do some more. The rest of these will go a little bit smoother than that. I'm going to add another citation source. It's a website. I'm going to search using the URL. And let's see what it gets for me. So it looks like this title is mostly right, but maybe it added a little bit at the end that it didn't need. And it says that there's no author, but there might be. I need to confirm. So I'm going to go to this site. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, knowing that I may need to change some things. So let's go ahead and look at that article. Okay, so first off, already with the title, remember how I said I think there's some extra information added onto the end that wasn't really there? That actually is the case. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to fix that first. So all this part about the end, about face, it's just like the byline for the site. I can get rid of it. Okay, now I seem to recall this having an author, but sometimes the authors are listed up at the top and sometimes they're down towards the bottom. And that gets the algorithm for Google a little bit confused. That's why I, as someone doing the research, have to be double checking my work. So I'm going to scroll down, and I do remember something about an author. Ah, yes. See, it's kind of embedded here at the end of the article. Her name is Michelle Konstantinovsky. Michelle Konstantinovsky. So I'm going to go ahead and add that author manually. I'm going to hit that contributor button. I'm going to type her name, Michelle Konstantinovsky, right there. And now that I've made those corrections, I can add my citation source. So notice sometimes you've got to scroll around, you really have to look. If I had just listened to Google, I would not have credited that author and I would have been in error. I have 2 more sites to add, so I'm just going to go ahead and walk through them so you can see the process again. I'm going to do this one and this one. I'm going to click Add Citation Source, Website, search with a URL, copy and paste, and search. And this time I'm just going to go ahead and double check. Make sure that this title is correct. Make sure that this author is correct. A little slow to load. Let me load that again. There it goes. Okay. So I think my title's correct. I'm going to double check it though. Yeah, that looks fine. The website, yep, is correct. Date of publication, also correct. My date of access is fine. Oh, now look at this name. Something looks a little funny. Let me see if I can figure out what looks funny about that. Okay, so I don't think Rochelle Thomas actually has a hyphen between her first and last name. I think it's part of the formatting and stylistic choice of the site. I don't know many people who hyphenate their first and last name. So I actually need to go and correct that. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. I know her middle name isn't a dash. I'm going to take it out so it's correct. And now I can add my citation source. So I'm really being attentive to those details. I have one more to go. I have this last one. I'm going to go ahead and hit add citation source, website, search using a URL, copy it, paste it, search. And once again, this one looks pretty good. I mean, I think the title's right. I think the website's right. I think the date of publication's good, the author, but I'm still going to double check. All right, let's have a look at this article. Okay, so the Glitter and Gold is the name of the site. Let's confirm. Yes. The title of the article, Eminem and Rihanna's Love the Way You Lie, is a confrontational take on abuse by Emily Hollett. Emily Hollett's the author. Yes, the title's correct. Let's confirm that the publication date is correct. December 24th, 2020. Also correct. So this time it was easy. Google actually pulled all of the necessary information and it was all correct. All I have to do is hit continue and add the source. So now I've gone ahead and I've gotten entries prepared for all of my different sources. I'm going to go ahead and actually insert the sources to make a references page. So right here where it says paste the completed entries, I can delete that. And I've got my cursor blinking in the right spot. All I have to do now is hit insert references. And check it out. Everything's beautifully formatted, beautifully put together, and in alphabetical order. And that is how you create Works Cited using Google.